Good morning and welcome to the Frontiers of Knowledge episode of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. The Californian fires are a real disaster, and so we are having in North Ontario. But the devastation, the destruction, the loss of life that is happening and occurring in California is beyond imagination. Hundreds of thousands of acres of land have been burnt to ashes. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. The bandages used till now were found not to be sufficient. And the researchers and the medical scientists have come up with a new solution. And would you believe what the new solution for the burns is? It's a new bandage. And this was done just yesterday. They have found that the skin of tilapia fish can be an excellent bandage for the wounds. It heals them quickly, doesn't allow infection to set in, and it is resistant to the further damage. It doesn't need to be replaced. So once a wound is there, the injury of the fire injury, the burnt injury, you apply the skin of the tilapia fish around that burn and you will be cured in due course of time. Now this is something new, which as I told you just yesterday, they discovered the benefit and now they're using it. They are using it a lot. I mean, the latest report is they have used it at least 200 times since its discovery. It was so needed. The need for this treatment, using of the tilapia fish skin to bandage the burns, has come as a boon to the doctors and to the patients. So that being the latest, let's come to another very interesting fact. Solar panels are a craze today. Everybody wants to have solar energy, and why not? Harvesting of the sunlight during the day is non-polluting, is renewable, and is something which can be a life-saving for the energy problems, especially in the warm countries. But then research has been done which shows that solar energy need not only be the sole prerogative of the countries where the sunshine is there. Even those countries which have continuous rainfall can use solar panels to generate energy. So what they have done is in China, again China is coming in the forefront every way. There is a Suzhou University. They have demonstrated last week that the new solar cells which they have developed is able to generate power from raindrops even when the rain is falling in the middle of night. Imagine there's no sun, it's the middle of night, rain is falling, and this new solar cell which they have manufactured is able to generate energy. This new type of the solar cell incorporates in nano generator. They call it triboelectric nano generator, and it converts mechanical energy into motion. That is motion, the mechanical energy, and that is converted into electricity. So the motion of the raindrops falling is converted into energy. There's no denying the fact the solar cells have become the focal point today as a solution to the crisis of environment and energy. So the power generation of the energy from solar cells was limited weather conditions. In the pitch dark, it could not generate. It could not generate when it is raining. It could not generate in the dust storms and things like that. But now the unpredictability and the intermittent availability of energy through the solar cells has been removed. Whatever the climate may be, whatever the time of the day may be, solar cells can generate energy 24/7, provided you use triboelectric nano generator. Now, this nano generator is in fact an application of nanotechnology, about which I have been talking a lot. And the concept of creating a solar cell and triboelectric nano generator was first proposed in 2015 in Georgia Institute of Technology. But then they presented a paper, and it was a concept of creating a true hybrid device. They did not think that they could use this turboelectric nano generator with solar cells. So the Chinese jumped the queue. They combined the two, and the result is here for all to see. Now, earlier they had developed a double-sided solar panel that added 10% to the generation. But this thing is something which is epoch-making, which is path-breaking. And according to Professor Wen, it's quite some time it's going to take, but it would be able to harvest energy if you just modify your solar panels with TENG, that is turboelectric nano generators. A real boom. That's a real renewable energy. Now, that being done, let's think of an old movie, Ian Fleming's 07, when he says a girl's best friend is diamond. And diamonds are loved by everybody. The rarer the diamond, the better it is. But now it has come out that the diamonds are not that scarce a commodity. If I tell you that below the Earth's surface, just below the Earth's surface, about 50 to 150 miles below that, so start digging and go 50 miles and up to 150 miles, in that stretch of land, there are millions and millions of tons of diamonds. As a matter of fact, the scientists say they are quadrillion, and a quadrillion is 1,000 times more than a trillion. So quadrillion tons of diamonds are just lying, but then you can't dig it, and I can't dig it. But the fact that this has been found is something amazing. And this has been done by MIT. They have done this study, and they found that from 50 to 150 miles down the surface, there's a huge availability of diamonds, which can be used the way they are being used for purposes, both industrial and decorative. Now, how would you say that they crunch this number? This is again itself something. The seismic technology uses sound waves to make measurements, and they made use sound waves. And then these wave speed changes depending on the opposition and density of the rocks and the minerals they're traveling through. And deep in the earth are craters, masses of rocks, upside down mountains, and everything. And then they found that there are virtual rocks made of diamonds. So they made the three-dimensional models of that, sent the vibrations of the sound waves, came back and measured. Now, one thing they found was that the sound waves travel at twice the speed through diamonds than through the rocks. So with the difference between the speed traveling through the diamonds and traveling through the rocks, they could judge it. And then looking at the whole world, they found that it is 1,000 times more than a trillion, the total amount of diamonds available. Now, this is something which can change the very nature of the most scarce and expensive commodity. But coming to the availability of diamonds is going to, I think, make people happy, and some people very unhappy. Those who presume that their exclusive ownership of diamonds would be over. And now, there's another very interesting fact which came to my knowledge. Do you know which is the hottest export from USA? I'm sure you're going to say technology. You're going to say war, ammunition, arms. Some people would say it is, can you think, cars? No, it's not. It's a human sperm. The largest and the hottest item of export from USA is the human sperm, and the base, the main exporting center is California. There's one company, Cryo Bank, which is a pool of 600 donors, and they have a track record of 75,000 live births globally. 75,000 people have been born with a sperm exported from California alone. They have close to 1,400 active donors, and they sell to 100 countries worldwide. Can you believe it? 100 countries worldwide import sperm from USA. So USA is exporting not only technology, not only cars, not only guns and missiles and everything, but it's also exporting human life in the shape of a sperm. And now another thing. You're fond of eating corn. I'm sure you do. In this season, a cob of corn with a pat of butter. Who doesn't like it? But University of California, Davis have discovered a new variety of Mexican corn that can pull nitrogen from the air, and there's no need of fertilizer. Not only that, it has external roots which convert airborne nitrogen into plant fertilizer. So this, wherever you grow corn, that land becomes much more fertile. And another thing, it can breed by itself. It does not need pollinator. So from conventional corn, it's quite an advancement that it can fertilize itself, it can breed itself, and remove the need of polluting pesticides at all. So it's again an environmental game changer. So we find today that there have been 3 items which are game changers. One for the medical sciences, the use of the tilapia fish, the solar cells that can generate electricity from the raindrops, and the corn which will fertilize the land itself. And of course, the girl's best friend, the diamonds, are not going to be scarce shortly in foreseeable future. they'll be as easily available as potatoes and onions. How do you like it? Really, the frontiers of knowledge are endless, vast, and we have got to. And the more we go near the frontier, the farther it goes, it expands much more. What a beauty of the capability of the scientists and the researchers. Thank you.